Hello Virgo, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for March 2019. So it could be about love, career, questions at the forefront of your mind, projects you've got on, that kind of thing. You will know in the first 2 or 3 minutes, I would say, if this is resonating for you. If it's not, or even if it is, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. They so often resonate much more strongly than the sun sign. But for now, Virgo, you go into the month of March with the Four of Swords. I think you are about the 6th sign who has had this card in this position this month. So it's looking like you're taking a rest after a hard ordeal now, or a busy period. I'm also thinking that this might be about your relationship. You're really starting to examine your place in your relationship, if you like. You're wondering if you're on the right path, and perhaps you've been asking yourself about long-term things. Perhaps you've asked yourself, am I going to be happy here in 5 years if I stay like this? I'm not sensing that there's too much toxicity in your relationship. I'm just wondering if you're getting enough out of it. Perhaps there's not an equal give and take, or perhaps you're getting the feeling that your partner is drifting away from you, and perhaps you're deciding whether you should chase this or not. Now that's right, and I don't generally focus on love readings, but that's what's coming to me there. Okay, what's crossing you? You have the Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands is about your home. It's about a happy home. It's about things moving pretty well, and it's about longevity. Okay, so it looks like you're in a good space at the moment. Financially, your home is okay, but I'm just wondering if you're feeling that you need a bit more out of the relationships that you're getting. But any decisions you make might upset this stability and this sort of happy-ish home life that you have. But we'll have a look and see where that goes. Okay, your conscious goal. You have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, you want something new. You want some more fire. Perhaps you've felt that the fire's gone out of your relationship or from just your life generally. This might even be rubbing off into your business. You're wondering perhaps if you should look at trying a different job, or if you're self-employed, maybe sort of working towards retirement somehow, or reducing the load on yourself so you can spend more time just enjoying your life rather than just working. But it looks like you really want a new start here, and that's perhaps what you've really been reflecting on for a while. So a whole lot of changes I'm seeing here, Virgo, not just in your relationship, but if you changed your relationship, everything else would probably change as well. And I'm really feeling that, you're asking yourself how you're going to feel like the situation you're in now if you were still here in 3, 4, 5 years' time. But we'll have a look. Your unknown influence position, you have the moon. Okay, so your unknown influence is clarified by the moon card, which is all about mystery. But it's also about looking at growth and evolution of yourself, generally spiritually. And if you have a look at this creature down in the water, it's trying to climb out of this deep, dark water into some light, and it wants to move up that path wherever it feels that path would lead it. So you're looking at things from a personal growth perspective, I'm seeing. And so it's looking like you're a little bit too comfortable and you want more, but and there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Perhaps you're just a little bit bored. Okay, in your recent past, you have the Magician card. Okay, so it looks like you have, and you've realized that you have all the things that you need in your life to make whatever happen. The Magician here is widely known in tarot for just bringing down from the universe into the 3D reality, as above, so below. And you can see by the way he's pointing here, he's pulling it down from the sky and making it happen down on the earth, pointing to the ground. So come down here, and he's got abundance all around him with that. You'll see the plants and things hanging above him. And on his table, he has all the tools he needs: the cup, the sword, the pentacle, and the wand there to make whatever happen, whatever he wants happen. Now that's in the past, so you've realised this. You know you're in a good place. Okay. We'll see where this takes us. Your future influence. Your future influence is more celebration. Okay, so looks like you might be having a win. Perhaps there's a major contract or a major milestone you've reached. Perhaps there may be a rekindling of your relationship for a while. I'm not sure how long term this rekindling will be, so I'm getting a feeling of up and down, and things work really well for a while, and then they don't work so well, and then you communicate and patch it up, and then it happens again, kind of thing. If you have a look at these people here, yes, they are celebrating, it's great, but look, there's still, what are they celebrating? There's still mess on the ground, there's still work to do, I'm seeing there. But certainly celebrate the small victories, but just keep an eye on the fact that there is still a bit of stuff which needs to be swept up, if you like. Okay, Virgo, let's keep going. Your talents and skills that you're bringing to your current situation. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune talks about change coming, and generally it's a good change. And because this is in your talents and skills area, you know how to affect change because you are the magician, and you've realized that now. So you know how to make things happen for you. I suppose you might be in a position of asking yourself, well, what do I actually want? I've got everything I need. What's the way forward from here? And I'm getting a feeling like a midlife crisis in your environment. Okay, so the way the world sees you, the way you see the world, okay, your place in it, you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, if this is the way the world sees you, they see you as a go-getter. They see you as a charging forward kind of person. You do what you need to do to get your job done. You're quite clear, accomplished. You don't muck around. Okay, you cut through the crap. Okay, so that's how the world's seeing you, or your environment is seeing you. But it might also be seeing you as someone going against the grain a little bit. Okay, so perhaps you're starting to think outside the box and go against the conventional wisdom. Have a look at the knight is going one way there, charging, and he has the wind against him. You'll see the trees in the background blowing one way, and he's going the other way. So perhaps those close to you are seeing that you're trying to break out of something, and it could also be the way you are seeing things, that you want to just break out of this swamp that you feel like you might be trudging through. Okay, your hopes and fears. Okay, so you want to walk away. Okay, this is the Eight of Cups, and this is a card of walking away. And you want to do it quietly, so you don't want to make a big song and dance about it. It's like this is happening at night. It looks like an unbalanced situation there, and you're not really wanting to put up with that anymore. So perhaps you're feeling like you're putting in too much and your partner's not putting in, and you're really considering now getting out of that situation. Now, if it's not about moving away from your partner, I don't think you've given up. I still think you're trying to just find ways to rekindle the fire, to make things happen so you don't get stuck. Like you're trying to just get rid of the clutter or find something else. Again, I've got this idea of boredom that you seem to be having, and while you are full of energy and you want to go, 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 the people around you, perhaps your partner, they're a bit slower, they're not as keen or as energetic as you, perhaps. Okay, your outcome. So your outcome, you have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is about communications. So it can be about emails, it can be about text messaging, about phone calls. It can also be about travel. So perhaps you're thinking of traveling somewhere in March, or you get some plans going to travel somewhere just to break this monotony, just to move out of, you might be feeling a bit stuck and you want to go for a trip, okay? So that's certainly not bad news at all. I want to go for a holiday. And look, I'm thinking that it's always a great idea to look for opportunities to expand your life. And I'm thinking you're really starting to feel this now, that you are so abundant, but you're feeling sort of stifled somehow. What am I going to do with all this abundance? And Virgo, you don't want to waste stuff. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste energy. You're in a position now where you can do this. It's like almost like the world is at your feet, and you're thinking, well, what can I do? You might be feeling a bit dragged back by your partner or your job or something like that. But anyway, so let's clarify your cards here. You're starting with the Four of Swords, and I said you're examining your relationship. And let's have a look. What's all that about? You're examining your relationship. Why is the Four of Swords here? And we got the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is a card of willpower. It's a card of moving forward. Okay, so yes, you want this relationship to move forward somehow, and perhaps you're feeling it's not. Okay, it's a card of willpower too. So it's like you're feeling the need to control something. You're feeling the need to push something forward. It's not happening by itself for you. So perhaps you're feeling a little bit anxious, feeling like you need to do this when maybe you don't. It's just this mentality that you have to move something forward instead of letting the universe take you that way. But I'm really feeling your dilemma, Virgo. Let's have a look. I'm a Virgo moon, by the way, so I don't usually listen to or watch my Virgo moon videos, but on the rare occasions that I have, a couple of times it's been pretty spot on. Okay, so let's have a look at the Four of Wands. Talks about the home life. It's looking pretty good for you at the moment, just perhaps a little bit too stable. And that's clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so stuck. The person with this Four of Pentacles energy, they're stuck. They don't want to do much. Look, he's more concerned about just hanging on to what they've got materially. Or I'm also feeling that there could be some emotion. Someone's being a bit stingy with their emotions. Okay, and that could be a part of it as well. You've got all this abundance, and you're getting this realization that money isn't everything. Let's live a little, and you're really looking for some emotional communication, something a bit deeper than you might be getting right now from your partner, perhaps. So the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. This is your conscious goal. You want something new to happen. You know this. You want a new spark, and you've got Strength card. Okay, so the Strength card is the card of Leo. Perhaps there's a Leo in your life who's influencing things somehow. But if you have a look at the way that this woman is taming this lion, she's doing it with compassion, and she's doing it very calmly. So it's also a card of respecting other people's independence. So while you have your life and your desires, there are other people who have theirs. And the Strength card asks you to respect that just because you want to go out and slay the dragons and climb the mountains, not everyone else wants to. Okay, and perhaps that's part of your dilemma. But let's have a look at the Moon card here. The Moon card. Why is the Moon card here in the unknown influence for Virgo? And you have the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is a fairly strong masculine energy. They know where they're at. They deserve to be there. They've fought plenty of battles. Okay, so there could be this person. They're also quite stable, but they can be fiery. So I'm feeling that this person, because it's in the unknown influence position, they may come along with some great idea for you, some new venture, some perhaps like, let's go here, let's create this massive big idea, something huge coming, and it might give you a sense of freedom. So it could be about he's got this ball, like this crystal ball or something in his hand, or is that the moon he's got in his hand? I haven't read the book on this card, but he's definitely got this ball, like a crystal ball, and he's encouraging you to look into the future. Okay, and because you've got the Moon card there as well, which is sort of all about secrets and secrets coming out, that's what I got for it. That'll make sense for you if it's resonating, Virgo. Now you have the Magician card here. I don't feel the need to clarify the Magician card. You know you've got everything you need. This is your card, Virgo. I'm pretty sure the Magician, you're pretty well across everything. Okay. Now, why is the Three of Cups here in the approaching energies? Okay. We have Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is again about taking action, taking clear action, making things happen, saying it like it is, bringing a clear message to you. So you're going to get some clarity in the future, and you're going to know one way or another what's happening or what direction you want to take. So if you've been a bit stuck and sort of not really knowing where your next big idea is coming from, this Emperor person could have something to do with it. And this Knight of Swords, it's either your energy, the energy you'll be taking on, or someone will come along and help you really find or inspire you and say, yes, now that's a great idea. Now I know what I'm going to do. And you might even be expanding your business, I'm feeling. So you're either going to take more time for yourself or build something more on your business, or diversify, or maybe get rid of that old business and start something on the side, something like that. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. You might need to do some study. Perhaps you're studying right now. This is your talents and skills that you're bringing to your current dilemma. You are working toward change. You know you can change things, but you're not quite sure what you want to change yet. So it's like you can't put your finger on exactly what's wrong, apart from that you're sort of a little bored and you're maybe not getting quite what you need from your partner. Okay, yeah, all right, so the Hermit. So you need to look inside yourself, and this is the Virgo card. There'll be some deep reflection on where you're at and what direction you want to go. So you look inside yourself, the answers are there. So this is a card which encourages meditation, actually. The answers are within you, and you sort of already know what you want. You just need to sort of look in there, and when you come out of hermit mode, you usually come out with a clear idea of what you want, and that's why the Knight of Swords is there as well. So let's have a look at this Eight of Cups. This is what you want to do. You want to move on. Please clarify the Eight of Cups. The hopes and fears position For Virgo for March 2019, why is this Eight of Cups here? And you have the Nine of Rods, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so you're heading towards like a wish come true. I'm sorry, this is not a wish come true card. This is your card of the last battle or another battle. Okay, you know that this is a challenge. Okay, so the Nine of Wands talks about another challenge, something you've done before, you're going to do it again. Okay, but you can see the end of the light, the end of the tunnel with this card. All right, you can see like the light. Okay, one more go, and then I'm going to be able to do this or that. And so perhaps you're in this mindset right now that you can see the home straight, you're on it, and you're quite comfortable finishing that off because you're seeing now that there is the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's pretty good. And at the end of it, with the Eight of Wands, so it looks like some travel. Okay, so perhaps you're planning another holiday. You're planning a holiday to go somewhere just for something different. You don't need to actually go anywhere. I think this is just about making an excuse to go somewhere. Okay. And have the Eight of Pentacles. So it could be about work. You might be making an excuse to go on holiday to do some work. Okay, or if it's not a holiday, just travel somewhere because you can. So maybe mixing business with pleasure. Okay. Look, Virgo, that's what I've got for you there for March. It looked a bit helter-skelter there. Hopefully that'll resonate for you. Please let me know if it does or what parts of it do. Please like and subscribe, of course, and hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.